A number of key things in the health area, agricultural area, food security area, water solutions, and also environmental solutions.
The government is proud of the steps that the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University of Science and Technology has taken towards advancement of science and technology in this country. From this project, I note the significant level of commitment that Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University of Science and Technology is making towards cell research.
This is a molecular lab which was furnished with the support of funds from the NRF. We are doing a range of activities in relation to molecular studies. So we had the environmental equipment, which is dealing with the plant research. We have a range of molecular equipment dealing with DNA profiling, DNA analysis, and also identification. So that's a PCR machine. In terms of the environment, we have plant analysis equipment. This is LICO, which is analyzing CO2, water, and also a range of gases that are being taken up by plants. We have, in addition, also a weather station fully equipped with a range of micrometeorological parameter measurements.
It is a national center for molecular and microbiology studies. Being a national center, it is open to all researchers in the country, and you are the host institution. The expectation from us is that you're supposed to put the operational policies in place that will enable the sustainability of this project, so that we don't have such expensive equipment lying in the laboratory without being operated or being used for the purpose it was procured for, but you will be able to put up mechanisms that will enable our researchers have access to these facilities for their various work.
If you want to study your soils and get to know the soil conditions in terms of mineral status or conditions, or even health condition of that soil, if there is any plant disease that you are worried about, or even animal problem that you are worried about, through collaboration, we can do some of this and advise accordingly, because we have got a competent faculty. And for those who want to do masters and PhD, this is the right lab to do the PhD, or even masters, or even postdoc. But even for an undergraduate, this would still be the university of destination, because we are actually a research, technology, innovation, and outreach university.
Basically, most of the research activities have to be multidisciplinary in form, because, for example, if I take food security, we have to deal with climate change, which is currently affecting food security. And to do this, we also need to profile the plants, which are the main target organisms. And so you need to understand quite a bit of a range. So you need to understand from the cell up to the environment, in order that we are able to understand the mechanisms that are taking place behind the whole processes. Requires this multidisciplinary approach. So now we can do a range of food security related research. And this is also important for the community around here, because food production is the key thing for the well-being of the community.
The commissioning of this JOOST molecular and microbiology laboratory and the funding thereof directly demonstrates the commitment by the government in supporting the priority areas of science, technology, and innovation. The molecular and microbiology laboratory will support the goals of fostering academic innovation, enriching staff and student experience, supporting research excellence, developing outstanding human resource, outstanding campus growth, ensuring financial stability, and engaging community participation, while providing the students, the researchers, and scientists with cutting-edge research skills and knowledge.
The equipment support from NRF is a real value addition to JOST in terms of research and also in terms of capacity building.
What we need to do as a university working with the relevant agency is to accredit this laboratory so that some of the research samples that are being sent out of the country can be sent directly here, and we can give them we can assess them, study them, and give feedback to the users.
We know we already have some people who are using apps. We are not able to tell those who are actually whacks, those who are cheating, and those who are really doing a good job. We want to use the center, first of all, to try and persuade those people who are practicing to use our center, to have whatever they are using to be assessed so that they are also recognized as part of the system that the nation is using to take care of the health issues of our people.
Kenyatta University identifies itself as a community of scholars dedicated to generation and dissemination of knowledge and inculcation of moral values for sustainable individual and societal development. This center is one of the flagship centers of excellence here at Kenyatta University. Fits very well within the vision and mission of Kenyatta University, as well as National Development Agenda Kenya Vision 2030. It also responds to global commitments, the UN Sustainable Development Goals, and even the continental commitments the Africa Agenda 2063.
The National Phytotherapeutics Research Center came as a result of a proposal written by Kenyatta University lecturers, where I was the lead, to the National Research Fund. The call was about the infrastructure support to institutions of higher learning and also institutions of research in this country. And the call was in the year 2016, and we got the funding in the year 2019 to establish this center. At the National Phytotherapeutics Research Center, the kind of research that goes on around here is about medicinal plants that find use in healthcare for humans, for animals, or even anything that is associated with the wellness of a human being. Phytotherapy is the use of plants for therapeutic purposes. Therapy is wellness. Therefore, at this center, we check for quality of those products. We also confirm whether they can cause more harm to a human being upon consumption. We also support a lot of research by postgraduate students, university lecturers, from not only Kenyatta University, but also other institutions in this country, including TVET, and also others from around the continent. We are hoping also to attract other researchers from all over the world.
This is the upscaling section. This is where we do mass production of our raw materials. So after the labs are assured that a certain plant material have the medicinal properties, this is where they come so that we produce them in large quantities. This is a machine that we use in distilling our essential oils. We know different plants that have medicinal properties or medicinal claims have essential oils. What we are distilling here is eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is known for treating upper respiratory conditions. This is called a reactor. This is a reactor that has an extraction chamber or an extraction basket inside here. That's where we load our materials. We are doing what we call hydrodistillation. Hydrodistillation is mixing the materials with the water so that they both boil, the water and the materials boil. Since we know the essential oils are volatile, at their boiling points they'll vaporize. In vaporization, we get the water boils as well, so we have the steam and the vapors of the essential oils. So after boiling, the mixture of water and the essential oils will rise as steam. The steam will be condensed to get the oil and the water still as a mixture, but down here we have a separator. We all know that water and oil are not miscible. We have what we call a hydrosol collecting chamber. This is where we collect the water with some small molecules of the oil, of course. So we'll collect the hydrosol from here. It's used in the industries for manufacture of soaps. We get 3 samples for this. We take one for microbial analysis and the efficacy, another one to quality assurance to check the constituents and all that, and another one to the store. The machines that we have is a fixed oil extruder. It squeezes the oil from the nuts and the seeds. Nuts like the peanut, sunflower, we have corn, we have chia seed, we have canola seed. All those plant materials or the seeds that have oil, we are able to press using the fixed oil extruder. So what we do, we load the materials. It's pressed under high pressure, so the heat is generated. The cake comes out. That cake, we use it in animal feed, or we even consume it because it's pre-cooked already. The fixed oils extruder normally is fully commercial because it can handle 4 tons of raw materials per day. This upscaling section is very important to us here as Kenyatta University because we are developing products that will be able to sell out there to generate income.
One of the things that we do here, it's called microbial load assessment of our products. The first thing that we do here, we have to make sure that the raw materials that we receive, they don't have any contaminant with the fungi and with the bacteria. This is mostly done on the raw materials. For example, we have the peanuts that we have received. Another thing that we check from our samples, we do the antimicrobial assays. This is mostly done to make sure that the extracts that we get from the plant extract, they can be used in the humans by killing some of the microorganisms that they cause the diseases. One of the equipment that has really helped us, we have the trinocular microscope. It has really helped us because when we receive samples from outside and someone wants to check the purity of the sample, you can be able to check the purity by focusing on the microscope, and you can be able to claim that this sample is pure. It does not have other contaminants. This is what we call the adulteration of the samples. Another thing that has really helped us is the autoclave. When I'm going to take the samples from the factory, I have to autoclave my glassware. The chemical methods of using 70% alcohol, you're not very sure that it got sterilized in all the parts inside the glassware. But when using the moist heat method of sterilization, now the autoclave, you are very sure because you have the chemical methods, you have used autoclaving tape, it is indicating for sure the method was effective and your glassware is well sterilized. So it's very important to have an autoclave in the lab. Also, we have the incubator. This is where we incubate our samples. This enhances the growth of microorganisms, but without it, we can be able to get the growth on our sample even after inoculation. Also, we have the biosafety cabinet. This is very important to maintain the aseptic techniques. So it makes sure that no other microorganism is introduced on the sample, and when you are working on it, you as the user, in case there is any contaminant on the sample, it cannot harm you because of the air that is circulating on the sample. And also because of the HEPA filters on the biosafety cabinet, it ensures that no pathogens are released to the environment. So it is very much important because it protects the user, it protects the sample when you're working on it, and also it protects the environment. The importance of this microbiology section, it's for quality control in the determination of microorganisms, to make sure that the products that are taken or consumed by our clients, they don't have any contaminants with any aflatoxins and with any bacteria that can harm them. Before we had these machines, it used to take a very long time before even you identify the plant species that is of medicinal value. And even if you identify it, it was a struggle. It was not as easy as it is now that I can go to the garden and come with a medicinal plant that is of medicinal value and be able to give the results in a very short time. So it used to be time consuming and tiring. But with the arrival of the machine, it's something that you can do with a very short time and you'll be able to come with the results.
In the wet laboratory, that's where we do extraction, separation, and anything to do with the water. The current work that is going on around here is related mainly to students' work. We have students from as far as Liberia, Kenyan students from other universities, and they are doing master and PhD level. Some of them are doing cancer research. Another one is doing diabetes research work from plants. There are quite a number of such researches going on. The machine is called a freeze dryer. Freeze dryer, in other terms, it's also referred to as a lyophilizer. The purpose of that machine is to remove water after extraction of a herbal material. It works by freezing first the sample, and when you freeze the sample to about negative centigrade, the water becomes solid at very low temperatures. And then after that, then you start drying that sample. The method of drying that sample is to ensure that the ice vaporizes or actually goes into the vapor phase directly. It is so important because it ensures that you don't destroy your sample. The product that comes out of revaporization is a powder form or oily material, depending on what is the nature of the extract. Now, that particular one has very many chemical compounds, which now allow you to do a number of things. One is to identify the chemical constituents inside that which has no water. And you can use various equipment that are inside here. So it is a much sought after equipment because of the fact that you don't want breaking down of chemical constituents inside the sample. You want them to be as natural as possible.
My name is Faya Randolph Samukai. I'm from Liberia, but I was studying my master's in Nigeria, University of Ibadan. Yeah, I'm a student of the Pan-African University of Life and Earth Sciences Institute. The university is located in Ibadan, Nigeria. So I'm here doing my research after completing the coursework in Nigeria. Okay, so I chose to come here because after interacting with Prof, who is one of our